Tonight, how the census will impact future politics here in Ohio.
The numbers are in, and they show changes are in store for Ohio, including another loss of a congressional seat. Laura Queso breaks down those numbers and examines what's next.
Results are in from the once-a-decade count of the U.S. population. In Ohio, the number of congressional seats will be trimmed from 16 to 15 starting in next year's election, marking the sixth straight decade of congressional declines for the state. Ohio has lost a total of 9 seats since 1960.
That's a little bit less power for the state of Ohio. It's also a little bit less money, fortunately, because there are federal programs that allocate money on the basis of population.
Overall, Ohio's population grew 2.3% in the last decade. Countrywide, the population grew by just 7.4%. That's the slowest growth since the 1930s.
There are states that are growing faster than Ohio, which means that maintaining 435 U.S. House districts with roughly equal population requires that other states gain seats.
6 other states lost a seat, including New York. Officials say New York would not have lost a seat if it had 89 more residents. And Ohio was the next closest state to keeping a seat. 6 states gained seats this year. Texas gained 2 seats.
Well, what's next is a game of musical chairs where congressional districts are redrawn and somebody loses a seat because you cannot have the same number of incumbents go back to the House of Representatives with one fewer district.
Census officials say the redistricting data should be unveiled no later than September 30th. It's a census like no other, one delayed by the pandemic.
Despite all the challenges of the pandemic, the completeness and accuracy of these first 2020 census results are comparable with recent censuses. We had numerous quality checks built into collecting the data, and we have conducted one of the most comprehensive reviews in recent census history during data processing.
And more info coming out. The South and West grew the fastest, with Utah seeing the biggest increase. The number of residents there up more than 18%.
Wow. All right, Laura. Laura Queso in the newsroom. Thank you.